Well, a few new reports think so. Anonymous NFL executives told The Athletic that an incentive-laden deal would be fair for OBJ, considering the circumstances, him coming off that ACL injury. Shannon, do you think OBJ is worth more than an incentive-laden deal?
Skip, you're worth what someone is willing to pay. Fair, I hate using the term fair.
Yep.
Fair is where you go, you want candy apple, you want a cotton candy, you want to ride the Ferris wheel, and if you're lucky, a big enough fair, you see the bearded lady in the tent. Or you just see pigs get judged, cow show. I'm from the country, so I know all about the fair.
Or you get fleeced on the midway, right?
You do. Skip, look, no one is going to pay Odell on what he's done. He's gotten compensated for that. You remember the big contract that the Giants gave him? They paid him. Cleveland paid him a couple of years, even though he was having down years. It wasn't until he got released, he got his wish, he got released, and he was able to land with the Rams. He got an incentive-laden deal. He got, $4 or $5 million. And then we win this and we win that. You can get up to $8, $10 million. And he did that. I don't see a team giving Odell the kind of money that he wants coming off of two ACLs in the past 2 seasons. Skip, I just don't see it. Now, it might be a team out there saying, we got to have Odell. But normally, when you get to be this age, they says, okay, prove it. You say you're healthy, at least this year, he's going to have to be on a prove it deal. Now, if he goes out there, he balls out, he proves that he can stay healthy, he plays like he believes he can, maybe someone's willing to give him a 2 or 3 year deal. But he ain't getting no 4 or 5 year deal, Skip. Those days are over.
Yep.
And this Skip, B. Wags, we're going to talk about B. Wags. Skip, B. Wags just got $7 million 1 year. B. Wags plays every game. He never hurt. And he's still playing at an elite level. Now, I believe Fred Warner is the best middle linebacker. But B. Wags is not far behind. Demario Davis is another very good linebacker. But B. Wags is still a top 5 player, top 5 at his position. Do we believe Odell is a top 10 player at his position, a top 15 player at his position? No. No general manager will tell you that.
No.
Now, there are a lot of fans, a lot of players like, oh, OBJ, we need OBJ. But he's not that guy anymore. And he's going to have to prove it. Whatever team he goes to, it's going to be incentive laden.
Yep.
He ain't getting $15 million like, okay, we got $15 million for it. No.
Yep.
It might be somewhere $3 to $5 million, and with a chance to go upwards of $10 million. But that's where you are. If you look at his numbers, Skip, his first 2014, 12 games, he played 15 games, he played 16 games, then he played 4 games, he played 12 games. Cleveland 2019, he played 16 games. Cleveland 2020, he played 7 games. 2021, 2 teams, 14 games. Didn't play it all last year. So you see the history and the numbers, Skip. 2018 with the Giants, he had 1,052.
Yep.
2019 with the Browns, he had 1,035. And then he went 319, 537, none. So the numbers and the production doesn't say long-term or a deal that, guaranteed deal where, okay, Odell, we know what Odell is. We know what he's going to give us.
Yeah.
That's not what his production. That's not what the injury history, that doesn't say that. That says incentive-laden, prove it, and then we'll move on from there.
Yep. Just to put this in perspective, to put it in, using your favorite word, context. The quarterback, I believe, who will be throwing passes to Odell next year as a Jet is due to make $59 million at age 39.
Right.
That's Aaron Rodgers, $59 million at age 39. Bobby Wagner had a spectacular year last year for a bad football team.
Yeah.
But he was really good
to
the last drop of that season for the Rams. So he took $7 million, because I think my team, my Dallas Cowboys, will talk about this. I think they probably said, come for the veteran minimum, play for America's team, give us a little discount, reunite with your man, Dan Quinn, who got you started in this league. Nope. But he got $7 million, $59 million. I'm pretty sure, and this is what I have been told, that Odell is leaning Jets, but he's going to have to start at the very bottom.
Yes.
And they will laden it with incentives. But a lot of things will have to happen for him to start cashing in on said incentives.
Right.
I like Odell a lot. I think he has a good heart. I think he has huge, rare charisma. I think he used to be freakishly talented, and hand-eye he still is, because we saw the video. He's snatching balls out of the air with one hand. I hate to say it, but in the videos I saw of his workout for the NFL teams, he looked a little heavy. I'm not talking about fat heavy. He just looked like he'd put on some muscle. I'm not sure that's the right path for him at this stage and age at 30. But it's an old 30, because remember, I kept telling you about, we'd go back and forth about Baker versus Odell in Cleveland. He had 3 surgeries in Cleveland, Ohio during his tenure with the Browns. He's had back-to-back surgeries on the same knee, ACL. One can be career-threatening, let alone 2. Jerry fell in love with Odell and wanted him to participate down the stretch and into the playoffs. Odell just wasn't ready, because it's 2 ACLs. It's the same side. It was tender. He couldn't plant and push and cut. Well, who could blame him?
And the thing was, Skip, and that's the last thing that you wanted to do. Okay, on a 1-year deal, you go out there, because we saw Michael Gallup did not look like himself.
He did not, coming off an ACL.
Chris Godwin didn't look like himself until later in the season.
I'm not even sure that he
ahead. So Odell played it right, because there's no way it could turn out good for you if you go in that injury as soon. I mean, considering when he had the surgery and what he was coming back dealing with, Skip, I think he played it the right way. But teams are not going to pay you on what you've done, Odell. You're going to have to take a deal and prove it to these teams, because you're like, well, I proved, bro, they paid you for that. You got to update your resume. And this is pro sports. You update your resume.
What I do love for Odell, if in fact he's going to be a Jet, is if that quarterback, maybe this week at the owners' meeting, that a deal is made and he becomes officially a New York Jet. The center of the NFL media universe going into training camp will be the New York Jets. We'll be talking about Aaron Rodgers and the Jets every single day. Because he did have some sort of wish list, or however you want to describe it. And guess what?
Odell was on it.
Check, 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 right? They went and got Lazard, and they gave him some money.
They gave him 40 million. But Skip, going in, he's not the best receiver, and it's not close. Garrett Wilson is the best receiver on this team.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
And I hope, because, this infatuation that Aaron Rodgers might have with Odell, that he neglects to understand what he has in arriving to New York, which is one Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is better than Odell is currently. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to have because Odell was Offensive Rookie of the Year also.
He was.
I'm not going to say he's going to string together a 3-year stretch like Odell had with the Giants.
No.
But currently, right now, Wilson is the best receiver on that team.
And Alan Lazard is not chopped liver, because Aaron loves him. He's 6 feet 5 inches tall,
and
he
history.
Can run.
They have history.
Oh, look. Aaron loves Odell, because everybody who gets in his force field, you know him a little bit. He's just so charismatic. He's easy to love. And Aaron wants to play with him. I'm not sure he wants to throw to him right now, because that's a whole nother issue. Now we get back to that Westbrook syndrome of you're trying to reimagine what he used to be and not what he is right now. But I do like Odell in the eye of the media storm, because he will thrive in that.
Well, he's been there before.
That's what he loves. He was a Giant. He gets the New York media. It will not bother him. In fact, I think he will light up for it.
But Skip, there's a difference. He's a much different player than what he was then.
So
how does he handle it now, Skip? He's not the same.
No.
I mean, you go in one way, and then when you leave, you come back as something different, Skip.
All right. Now let's fast forward. Let's just say that an owner from the Jets and a GM from over here in the Packers, they get together for lunch or dinner, or a couple of drinks after hours, and they figure this out. I don't know how they figure it out.
You're not getting the 13th pick in the draft. So what else can we settle on?
Well, they just got an extra 2.
Okay, you can have it.
Okay.
You can have one of them. You're not getting both of them.
No, you're not getting both of them. Just do it. For a second rounder, I believe that if they don't do it this week, that the NFL will intervene and say, we will mediate this, because we need to know our schedule. Are you going to have Aaron Rodgers, or are you going to have Zach Wilson? It's a big drop-off, and it's a big drop-off in how you're going to schedule them on television, right?
I think we both agree on this, though, Skip. Odell's a complimentary receiver now. He's no longer number one.
Well, obviously. But I would like him complimenting what they have here.
Right.
The key here for me is Odell will be fine. Will Aaron Rodgers really love? Is this a be careful what you wish for? Because if this deal does get done in the next 2-3 days at the league meeting, listen, the pressure on Aaron Rodgers will be off charts.
It's gonna be Super Jet. I mean, every Jet fan is going to be like, "Are we going to the Super Bowl?"
Here we go. And it's going to be Super Bowl or bust.
Yes.
And I saw Robert Saleh said the other day, to have a guy like him want to play for me, Aaron Rodgers, want to play for us is pretty cool and shows how far we have come.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Now he's got to take you over the hump and into Super Bowl territory.
How many other teams wanted him?
None. And that's the problem the Packers have right now is
there's no bidding war going on.
No. I think it's Jets or bust.
Yeah, it is.
And then if he becomes a Jet, it's Super Bowl or bust for Aaron Rodgers.
That is
and
correct.
I don't think he will love that at age 39 because he hasn't had that kind of pressure and expectation
in a very long time.
Well, since when? I don't know. They didn't have it going into the year they won the Super Bowl. They were a road wild card team.
He had some pressure early because the Packers were going to the playoffs, and then you look at the team. He had the Jennings, and he had the guys around him.
So
he had some pressure. Skip,
just because following far.
Right. But you're right. The year they actually won it, being a wild card team, that's different than being the number one seed.
Yep.
And then when you see what happened when they became the number one seed.
Whew. This is about to get very interesting for Aaron Rodgers and Odell Beckham Jr.
And fun for us to watch, that's for sure, because that New York media and that New York fan base have very high expectations.
Very.
All right, keep it right here on FS1. We've got much more Undisputed coming at you when we come back.